Today we're going to be talking about how to choose the best shoes for summer vacation. Now, choosing shoes for summer vacation is a little bit different than just choosing shoes for every day. And the reason is because when you're traveling, you're going to be walking a lot more, you're going to be sightseeing, so that means that you need some extra comfortable shoes. Everybody's always surprised when I say that the most important thing to look for in a travel shoe is comfort, not style. It doesn't matter how beautiful your shoes are if you can't walk and enjoy your trip. So my goal is to help you find the most comfortable and cute travel shoes so that way you can have a comfortable and stress-free experience. These particular sandals have arch support, and that means that the sandal isn't flat. So over here it provides support when you're walking, so that way your feet will hurt less, and hopefully it'll provide more support for your back or for your body, alleviating any pains and discomfort. So that's where the arch support really comes into play. And not everybody needs arch support. Not everybody needs arch support. It really depends on the person, and if you're used to standing on your feet, depending on what your lifestyle is. So you'll know whether or not you need extra supportive shoes or if a standard pair of comfortable shoes will work. So in this case, it has arch support, which is always a benefit when you're looking for travel shoes. The other thing that you should consider is the sole of the shoe. Now, when you're traveling, whether it's for summer or any other time, having traction is really helpful, because that way you know that you're not going to be slipping. For example, if you're going on cobblestones and you're traveling, no matter whether you're in Europe or or in Central America, but also if it's slippery, let's say there's a slight downpour and it starts to rain a little bit, you'll be able to avoid slipping by having shoes with traction. This also helps you, I don't know if you've noticed, some shoes just have a wooden bottom. So this also provides support as well. So when you're standing, it's not quite as hard on your feet as well. So that's also something to look for in shoes. But what I liked about this one is that it had really good support. I like the style. I like the hardware features. I think it made it look a bit more on trend and not quite so utilitarian. And also it had a good sole, so nice and sturdy rubber, so that way it could be supportive on different surfaces. So definitely a sandal like this is very versatile, and you can wear in a variety of destinations, which is why I liked it for my long-term travels. As you can see, it's also a neutral color, and neutral color doesn't have to be black. It could be tan, it could be navy blue, it could be taupe, brown, maroon. There's a variety of neutrals, and you could even, for example, use an animal print as a neutral if it goes with your wardrobe. But this is one of the ways to help you minimize the amount of shoes that you actually bring when you're traveling. So it's definitely a big plus. By choosing neutral colors like tan, this helps you avoid overpacking shoes. In this case, I'd recommend that you choose shoes in the color like tan leather, or whether it's faux leather or real leather, but a tan color. And then try to stick to about 3 pairs of shoes tops when you're traveling, whether for summer or any other time of year. And the key really is to mix and match and look at the activities, consider the weather. You don't need a different pair of shoes for each one of your outfits. All you need is for them to mix and match. One of the biggest benefits of this one is that it has a soft footbed, which is really nice and comfy. It has a little bit of arch support, which isn't really, just a little bit, which is enough for some people. Again, everybody has different needs. Not everybody needs as much arch support as others. But it also has the rubber sole as well for extra grip. Alternatively, you could bring 1 pair of sandals that's in a neutral tan like this, but what I wouldn't do is bring these 2. Why? Because they actually serve the same purpose. You don't want to bring shoes that are basically the same thing. In this case, these are both comfortable walking sandals. So in addition to these, I might bring perhaps a more casual dressy sandal if I was going to the beach, and that way, as you can see, this one isn't necessarily supportive, so it's just a regular sandal, nothing special about it, but it is a neutral taupe, a neutral tan color, which I like. And this is any particular brand, or it's just a pair of sandals from Target. So can easily mix and match with a variety of clothing, but I would not recommend you wear something like this to walk around all day long sightseeing. This is where a sandal like this will really be important. When you're going to be encountering a variety of different weather systems, you'll want to bring one pair of shoes that's appropriate for that. So now if it's going to be very cold, one of the most popular options for travel, in particular to places like Europe or major cities, are a pair of ankle boots like this. But what's great about shoes like this is that they're from a comfort brand, but they just look like regular ankle boots. So you don't necessarily, even if you're looking for a comfort shoe brand, try to look for the more neutral style so they don't really look too trendy or maybe too utilitarian. Try to find styles that are neutral and and they're versatile. So to find that perfect balance of travel and fashion. So what's great about these ankle boots actually is that they're waterproof. And this is one of those things where you're getting a 2-in-1. You don't have to travel in rubber boots and rain boots when you're traveling. But if you choose some shoes like this, they're versatile and they're waterproof, so they're easy to wear in different situations. You can easily dress them up, dress them down, and because they're a comfort shoe, you can also wear them for all day walking. Now, what you'll see here is that it has a little bit of a heel, but in reality, that actually provides support. So that's where the arch support comes in. So don't necessarily be discouraged by seeing a shoe with a heel, because in many cases, a flat shoe will be less comfortable than one with a little bit of a lift, and that's because it's providing arch support. So underneath, what you'll see is that it also has the rubber grip. It's a very sturdy sole, so it's really an important feature. And the heel is also a block heel. So this is the kind of heel that I like for traveling in places like Europe or Central America, let's say, where there are cobblestones. One of the most convenient shoes for me last year in England here, and now going in general, one of my favorite shoes has been a sneaker like this one. I really like this because I got the benefit of having the sturdy sole, the sturdy rubber sole for the days when it was raining. So that way, if it was just raining for a little bit, I didn't really need to have an ankle boot, especially if the rain was a muggy rain where it's maybe 70 or 65 degrees Fahrenheit outside, but a little bit of rain comes down. So this shoe was good enough. I actually might like a leather pair. That way, if it was raining a little bit more, that also works. But this is a gray shoe. I actually think gray is probably one of my favorite neutral colors. So this can easily mix and match with everything as well. It's also a really versatile shoe. It's a very classic shoe. It's from Italy, and it's a popular shoe there, so surely you should be able to wear it there or anywhere else as well. I can also wear these, aside from pants, I can also wear them with dresses or shorts as well, and they're a nice look. So these are definitely one of my favorite shoe options for traveling in the summer and also transitional seasons. Now, ballet flats are one of those tricky shoes because they have zero arch support. They're absolutely flat. So I know, again, some comfort shoe brands do make ballet flats with a little bit more arch support. So I would definitely recommend that even if arch support isn't important to you, that you probably want to avoid having an all-day sightseeing in a ballet flat, no matter if they're comfort or not comfort. But what they're great for is to throw in your bag a pair of foldable flats like this, and then pull them out later on at night. So do not make the mistake of choosing style over comfort with your shoes. And when you choose shoes like this, they really offer a balance of travel and fashion. So that helps you avoid the horrible shoe situation. So have a look at that. And also the other number one thing, before I forget, one of the most important things before you travel anywhere is to break in your shoes, because you might take the most comfortable shoes when you're traveling and they'll still give you blisters because you need to break them in first. But you don't want to break them in when you're on a 2-week nonstop whirlwind trip around Southeast Asia or around New York, wherever you're going. You want to be able to enjoy that time, and shoes and your comfort level, they really have the ability to make or break your trip. Please take a moment to like this video and also share it on social media, share it on Facebook. That way your friends and family can also get some tips on how to choose the best shoes for summer travel as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's good to see you again, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Safe and stylish travels. Thank you. Bye.